What's up, YouTube? Today I'm here to talk about Bosal and how to build and I guess play with Bosal. It's gonna be a Bosal guide. So let's get started. Alright, Bosal, in my opinion, is one of the most useful free SSRs you get in the game. There's no reason why you shouldn't be working on this guy because you get an opportunity to get him twice for free and some extra charge for him. So not only do you get, I haven't, I think like 40 charge last time. There was an event and it got it to 60. It was 4-star and it got it to 60, and all I had to do was farm 40 more charge and I got him to 5-star. Why not? So basically, you get him to pretty much almost 5-star for free on because you get two events. You get one early event on him and one event later on. It's the same event, but they replay it twice. So there should be no reason why you don't have him, and there should be no reason why you're not working on him because he's an amazing unit. All right, let's go over his skills first. He's so useful in many ways. You can play him in PvP, you can play him in PvE. He has lots of CC. He does damage. He has by CC I mean like crowd control. He has debuffs, buffs. He's a faction buffer for the Dark Reincarnation, which a lot of people are in it. It's like the PvP, faction buff for those early to mid. You definitely want to get Bozel for his faction buff, and even then, this Earthquake lowers attack and defense. It's really good. Unless you're facing flyers, a lot of flyers, it doesn't do much damage on them, but still, you're still gonna debuff them. If you're facing like a lot of flyers, I would go with like Black Hole because they'll do its full damage on everyone and do 2 random debuffs. This skill's amazing. Seal for PvP, especially early on in PvP, early to mid game. You definitely want to get this and put it on your Bosal. You want to go with the double class mastery because you need this faction buff. So you want to go down the Dark Priest, but you also need like starting off, what you want to do is you want to go, obviously his mage, go down Dark Mage, get his faction buff, and then go down Reaper, and you're going to be running faction buff with the 1 skill seal and either Black Hole or Earthquake. And even later on, when like you do Apex Arena, which comes later on in the game, we just got it maybe a month and a half ago, but you could do like double summons for season 1, where like he would carry a summon and like Lana or Liana carry a summon, and then you can pretty much manipulate the turn. So you have like two extra turns in your turn to do something after the opponent. He doesn't have nobody to use the turn, so you can take advantage of that. A lot of people take advantage of this double summoner in Apex Arena, but in season 2 they nerfed that, so you can't do it no more. But in season 1 it's extremely efficient strategy, especially like when you get people like him. I just got him, but where is he? This guy. His summon actually hurts, from what I'm told. It's actually like a actual like other like I think it has like the same stats as him, so it's gonna hurt you. This guy construct and carry out 1 random renovation, inherits 100% of the summoner's HP, and its remaining attributes are equal to 100% of the summoner's corresponding stats at the moment. So that's pretty good summon. So yeah, he's pretty OP season 1. I heard he falls off season 2, season 3, but for right now he's OP. So summon strategy is really good. Bozel can summon. He does a ton of damage. He scales off of basically this guy scales off of. You don't want to get any int on him because it doesn't do anything to him because any all that magic defense turns into int. So the more magic defense you have, the more int you have. So, and then mine's 5 star, so it's only 80% chance to deal one random buff. At 6 star, it's 100% chance to deal one random buff. I mean, his talents is not besides the turning in magic defense into int. It's not it's not like high priority. You could do just fine. I mean, not until recently did I had him at like 4 star forever, and he was still wrecking people at PvP and in PvE. So I mean, he's still this character is just amazing. He's tanky. He deals a lot of damage. He does everything. He's like a do it all hero. All right, for the troops, you want to do sorceress. Is this probably his best? Definitely most damage and tankiest, but only when they're at 100%. Then after that, they lose their 45% magic defense and 100 and attack. You could also go with the wizards. These are good, especially early when you don't have access to the sorceress, and Imelda can use them also. And these don't lose their attack damage, even if you're in lower health. It's when attacking, you're gonna get these buffs. So these are actually pretty good also, the wizards. Dark Elf Sniper, Zoraida uses them, and these are not bad when you're facing a lot of flyers. Stone Colossus is not a bad option to switch into when you're doing Arena or Apex Arena, and the other team has a lot of cavalries or cavalries with tanks. This will keep them alive, and but if the other team has like a whole bunch of mazes and stuff like that, I don't recommend running Stone Colossus. But 99% of the time, you're going to be running Sorceress on him, and all the other ones I wouldn't bother. Right here, training, I recommend getting this up a bit. When Holy and Mage HP is at 100%, damage taken is decreased by 30%, so this not only helps your healers, but it helps all your mages. All the mages, so anyone that's running like Sorceress, Wizard, Tri-Maiden, Zealots, Bishop, Holy Knight, it's really good. 30% damage decreased is a lot. So that first initial burst is the difference between keeping you alive or dying. So, yep. Back to Bozel. Let's move on to his gear. Okay. For his weapon, his best weapon is going to be Miracle Staff for the AoE. Basically increases AoE damage by 15% when dealing damage. Has a 30% chance to deal one random debuff to an enemy. So it boosts his AoE damage, and the debuff is nice. So then I got boulders. Well, let's go over the other options of a weapon that you could use. Let's go. Okay. You could put an Astaroth on him. This is one of Lana's better weapons, but he could use it also. It really synergizes with Lana's robe that she gets, her special robe. So it's real nice. You could also use, Queen Scepter, but It's pretty rare. Actually, I don't think you could even use this. Never mind. Um, you can use Blue Moon for sure. It has magic defense. Like I said, int it's not really gonna do much. So all the int you get from like basically you don't want int on him. So basically the only usable item staffs on him is Blue Moon or Miracle Staff because int is irrelevant on him. Int does nothing for him. So all you want to do is stack magic defense on him. And since this has some magic defense, it's not terrible on him, but it's not the best, you know. And let's go back to this weapon. And this increases the int, so it's really not that good. Just you do get a stun, so scratch that on this. This is Lana's really better, like good weapon, but not so much on him. So really, the only viable options I see on Bozel is Miracle Staff and Blue Moon. Preferably Miracle Staff. And the only reason this helps is because it has magic defense. After going over it, I saw Pale Staff also can be used on Bozel, but only for his single target. Skills is just relevant. So his AoE skills are not going to be increased because it damage increased by 15% at max when casting single target skills. When actively entering battle, has a 25% chance of inflicting. That percentage I think goes up. So it gives a debuff, so that's also good with Bozel because the more debuffs you stack on him with his fraction buff, the more damage you do. Up to like 4 or 5. So yeah, you could use this also, but it's gonna be most effective in the single target skills. Not the best, but you could use it, and it's also called if you pulled some in the banner. They're also called Rune Staff. So yeah, percentage goes up when it's leveled, and that will go up to 15%. But it's not the best on him because it's only single target. So yeah, that's an option too. Okay, so now we go on to his armors. And his armors are, you just want magic defense again. So you're gonna go with, let's see, I got Boulder's White Robe on him. That's a good option. It has magic defense and it has I think a 20% chance when it's fully maxed to his damage will not be reduced in a melee battle. So if like a Leon attacks you or something like that, you'll do the full damage on him. It has a small chance, but it procs here and there. You know what I mean? But basically magic defense. So this will have 10% magic defense. You could also this is Lana's best special robe. This one's another good one. This is like the second best option. That's basically it. He can't wear this. And this one's not too good. So yeah, those are his two options. Either Boulder's White Robe or Galaxy Cloak, which both are good options. Because this is going to give you a little bit more takiness because it's going to give you 5% more hit points on top of the 10% magic defense. So this one actually has better staff and it's a lot more common, but this one's pretty good for PvP. So it's up to you, but either way you go, it's no wrong choice. They're both good options. All the other stuff, not for him. All right, next helmet, and on the helmet, let's see. You can go with Dark Crown. That's a really common one, and it's a good option. It's just like the it's just like the Galaxy Cloak, except in a helmet form because it gives magic defense and HP. Same thing, 10% and 5% hit points at max. So that's a good option. This one's a little iffy, and I don't recommend you using this because as soon as he gets damaged, uh, these stats are nice, but as soon as he gets damaged, he loses this. So and any little AOE or any kind of damage, and then he just loses the effectiveness of this. So I think max is like 15%, but maybe in like PvE it's a good weapon since he's always gonna stay healthy. But in PvP it's terrible. But who knows? Maybe they'll buff this item in the future. But for now, it's not really viable, especially in PvP. So either Dark Crown and that's defense. This is what I got on my Bosal. Soul Stealer headdress. It's amazing with Bosal because it goes with what he does. 10% magic defense, and then it has a. I'm not sure what the max chance is on it, but when we go to my character, I'll show you. But basically, it silences one person within 3 blocks. There's a chance to silence them, which is pretty good. So, because Bozel already does it, but this increases the chance of silencing them. So, yeah. And another option is Odin's Battle Helm. He has a lot of helm options. So, that's also 10%. This one, I don't think it's the best on him because he's not really going to be eliminating enemies. He's more like going to be debuffing enemies. He can eliminate enemies, but that's more like I'd put this on Lana more rather than Bozel. You know what I mean? Because Bozel's not really going to be one-shotting certain characters. He's mostly just going to be debuffing, AoEing, sleeping, stuff like that. What else? And that's all his helms, but that's 3 options right there. 1, 2, 3. This one's more common. These 2 are more rare. But I got a whole bunch now, so you do get them. So I think Soul Stealer headdress is his best helm, and then the Dark Crown. And if Odin's is all you got, you could even put Odin's on them. But these 3 is the helm you're gonna be going with, and this one being his best one. So next, accessory. Accessory, it's really up to you. But this is one of his better options. This is what I run on Mind Vela Light because it gives him immunity defense and magic defense. It gives him magic defense right here, base stats, and it gives him 8% magic defense at max rank. So it keeps him tanky. He can't be debuffed in that sense. But a lot of people choose to put boots on him. So they go with speed boots because mobility in PvP is king. So you can't go wrong with speed boots either. You do lose some magic defense, but it does have base magic defense, but it's only a SR, but you do get some. So it's a very good option in PvP. So here's another option. This is like the bracer emblem. Swordman middle, he's immune to fixed damage and silence effects, and he gets 5% stats, so he gets 5% magic defense, and it has magic defense base. So this is also a great option, but it's very rare, so good luck with that. And yeah, that's basically it. That's the only thing I would really run on him is either the boots, the bracer swordman medal, but it's called something else when you get the summon event that you can summon for this item. It's called the bracer's emblem, and when you can get it through the game, they changed the name to swordsmith medal. So and veil of light. So those are his best three options. Okay, now that we talked about his gear, I'll show you my gear. Miracle Staff, Boulder's White Robe, Soul Sealer Headdress, and I went with Veil of Light because I love more damage on him. My Bosal hits really hard. For enchants, I went with Clock. Clock is amazing on him. It's not his only option, but it is his, in my opinion, his best option. And you want to get basically as much magic defense as you can on him, and for substats you want to get like if you go here, his magic defense is a S, and his int scales with magic defense, so his int is his magic defense. So the more magic defense, the more damage he has, and the tankier he is. His defense is B rank, which is not bad, and his HP is B rank. So you want to get magic defense for your first main stat, and then get some HP and defense, and then you don't really care about the other three stats. So magic defense, the max you can get is 5, and I got 4. Magic defense, this goes up to 15%. I got 11 with some defense. 15, this is the max with 10% hit points. This is a pretty good enchant right here. And this is a really good one too. This is the max, 10% with 8 base and 4% hit points. So yeah. And if you wanted to use some other enchants, hold on, let's go to my bag. Let's go here. Okay. This doesn't really tell you, does it? No. Yeah, let's go here. Oh. There you go. Alright. So for enchants on him, you don't have to go clock, but it is his best option. If you wanted to, you could run breeze for that extra mobility, and the 10% damage dealt. So it's not terrible. Again, it's not the best, but you could definitely run breeze. Basically anyone can use breeze in PvP. I mean, it's amazing for its 2 mobility. It's just it could win fights just having that extra movement speed. Like if your Zoraida hits, like sometimes that's how Apex battles are won. Just whoever's breeze procs first wins the match, basically. So that's his best one. Clock has a chance to decreases cooldown by 5 when dealing some skill damage. Um, so that goes with sleep on him, which sleep is really good in arena and in PvE. Sleep is a really good skill, so you could get it refund if this procs. If he's Bozo is actually a really tanky mage, so I could see even using steel. I think it'd make him tankier. It's not terrible. Thorns, you could even use thorns on him. I don't think it'd be the best on him, but I don't think it'd be the worst either. This is you could even go full moon on him. It's not terrible on him either. You could go Tree of Life on him. It'll increase magic defense on him also, so it's not bad, and make him tankier and everybody else tankier. I wouldn't do that. Yeah, so there's a lot of options on him. Like I think Bozel's one of the most flexible, um, one of the most flexible heroes in the game. He's so versatile. He can do so much things. He really is an amazing hero. So if you haven't worked on him, definitely work on him. Like I was saying, sleep, which is what the hell is sleep? There it is. This skill is pretty good. You can use it in Apex. You can use it in PvE, and it dispels 3 buffs. And then you cannot dispel this move, and they can't move for 1 turn. And if your clock enchants proc, then you can use it again the next turn. So it's really good. And yeah, that's basically Bozel. Let's go for his bonds. Okay, basically it's like the same as Vargas, my last guide. You want to max everything except for the attack, because this does nothing for him except for skill, but the skill he has is very low, so it doesn't do too much for him. So you'd rather be using it on someone else, like the heart keys. So yeah, basically max everything except for this. And we could, if I got any more runs, let's see here. We could run, I don't think I could beat Sweet Dango in the auto anymore. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. Alright, why not? Let's do it. I'll show you what Bozo can do. Oh, I hate this map. Okay. I don't think this goes the best in this map. So we're gonna use let's see if we can beat him. I doubt it, Cause Sweet Dango's troops are OP as hell, but let's give it a chance.
Witness the power of
This is showcasing what Bozel can do.
this is my faithful heart.
Success.
He hits pretty hard. Clock procced, but he probably won't be able to use it because he's gonna be silenced next turn.
Let me protect everyone.
No.
Enough chit chat. Take this.
Witness the power of the demons.
Yeah, he silenced all three of my guys.
You're too slow, you
Feels bad. Probably won't win just because of that silence.
Praying, thinking, and then... Let me protect everyone.
Not Blizzard. Yeah, his character is starting to heal back up.
Witness the power of
And my list still silence. And he has Great Barrier. Yeah, we're not gonna win this. Yeah, his juggler is so tanky.
praying, thinking, and then...
So everything is useless.
No, attack the stove. Yeah, we killed his juggler. Yeah, we killed his Listel. Oh no. No. Oh, we might win this.
Kiki, come fight with me.
Come on, guys, you can do it.
Let me try, okay?
This is gonna hurt. Yeah, that hurt. That hurt a lot. But Bozel's tanky. Come on, Bozel, you can do it. Okay, faction buff.
This is my faithful heart.
Again. Yes, I like it. Earthquake. Alright. Lower the attack. Defense. Alright. And to follow up, she's dead for sure. Next up. I think we won this, surprisingly. There you go. And there's the king almost finishing off. Like I said, he's not really going to one-shot people, but he's going to hurt. And he's going to debuff. Like you see right there, he lowered the defense for all-time mover. And they killed each other. So there you go. That is Bozel. And that's Sweet Dango, which is one of the top whales on our server. He's a really good player, especially in PvP. So if Bozel can beat him, anyone can beat him. Actually, no, just Bozel. Bozel's a really good unit. So work on Bozel. There's no reason why you shouldn't work on him since you get him for free. And just recently he got added into this faction, which is this guy. but for the longest he's been in his own faction. He's his own faction buff, and there's a lot of good characters in here. Bernhardt is a really good character. Lana is a really good character. Listel is a really good character. Altai Muller, a really good character. Dorada, really good character. Rene, really good character. Sonya, really good SR character. So, you know, Verna, really good character. So, work on them, and that's going to be it. Thank you for watching. Hit a like if this was helpful for you, and if you got any more guides you want me to make, hit me up. I'll be making more in the future. But as for now, King Static out. Later.